Oh, what's going on? Welcome back to the 1776 Report, the #1 YouTube channel in all of the lands for exposing the stupidity of the woke left. The OceanGate submarine story was horrific. It is scary. It had my balls shriveled up inside my stomach. It is a storyline out of a movie. A bunch of dudes trapped in this tiny sub 2 miles under the ocean. They go down there to take a look at the wreckage of the Titanic. This is a story of having too much money, and it didn't really make sense to me. How could somebody smart enough to develop a submarine be so stupid not to attach some type of tracking device in case you get lost, and be so stupid that you're using a video game controller to maneuver this submarine? Well, once I saw this story that we're going to be breaking down today, it made a lot more sense. The CEO and the individual who owns this company, the dude who built this submarine, went woke. Yes, this guy is woke, and that made a lot more sense to me. Instead of hiring people based on their credentials, their skill sets, their achievements, this individual decided he was going to hire people based on their identity. So instead of hiring the best submarine engineers in the world, he hired dudes with no experience because he said this industry was too white. It was all 50-year-old white men. Take a listen.
Yes, I mean, when I started the business, one of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology. But a 25-year-old, who's a sub-pilot or a platform operator, or one of our techs, can be inspirational. And so we've really tried to get very intelligent, motivated, younger individuals involved, because we're doing things that are completely new. We're taking approaches that are used largely in the aerospace industry, is related to safety and some of the preponderance of checklists, things we do for risk assessments and things like that are more aviation related than ocean related. And we can train people to do that. We can train someone to pilot the sub. We use a game controller, so anybody can drive the sub.
You literally cannot make this stuff up. The wokeness, the push to make every business, every organization woke, is literally destroying not only companies, but now it's costing individuals their lives. Now, these dudes who are on this ship probably knew that it was risky. And I'm not saying they deserve this. That is the last thing that I'm saying. It is very, very sad. It is disturbing. I think about what it would be like being trapped in that little tin can 4 days under the ocean, not knowing whether you're going to be rescued or not. And the odds of you being rescued are very, very slim. But this just shows you that going woke ultimately leads to not only going broke, but can cost you your life if you are in an industry like this. Now, we are seeing a push to make the military more woke, and this should be a red alert for the military. You cannot go woke, or stuff like this is going to happen. If you hire people based on their identity and not based on their skill set, their accreditations, what they can bring to your company or the military, then crazy shit like this is probably going to happen. He said he didn't want to hire 50-year-old white guys with military experience because it's not going to inspire young people to get into underwater submersibles. Are you kidding me? You're dealing with people's lives who have families that are going on your crafts. And you're not going to hire the best people because of a certain age, because of a certain race? That is disgusting. And now you've cost people their life. The CEO, Stockton Rush, added that the expertise was unnecessary because anybody can drive the sub with a $30 video game controller. He decided to make this sub maneuverable with this controller. This video game controller looks like an Xbox controller, not because it was the best decision, but because he thought it looked cool. He thought it looked woke. It was trendy. It was something that the kids would use. This is what happens when you decide to push an agenda. He said, when I started this business, one of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. So what if they're 50-year-old white guys, you idiot? You idiot, trapped in a tin can 2 miles below the ocean? If they are 50-year-old white guys, but they are the best dude for the job to develop this type of technology, why the hell wouldn't you hire them? So you're going to go hire some clown off the street who has no expertise because they fit your political narrative, your political agenda? How did that work out? It doesn't work out for Bud Light. It doesn't work out for Target. It doesn't work out for any organization. And it's definitely not going to work out for a high-stakes game like this. And it's not going to work out in the military. You hire the best individual possible, the smartest person, the sharpest person, and they will bring your company success. If you hire people just based on their identity, they will bring your company failure. And we have started to see that time and time again. And we will continue to see it, because hiring people based on wokeness isn't going away anytime soon, whether we like it or not. Here's a picture of the interior of the Titan sub. The Titan sub is capable of going 13,000 feet below sea level. It holds 4 crew members and 1 pilot, so 5 people total. It had 96 hours of life support, or 96 hours of oxygen. So they've been down there about 4 days, 3 or 4 days. I believe they only have 1 day left of oxygen. Take a look at this thing. It looks like you're just sitting on the floor of a tin can. Now, initially, I thought it was going to be, like one of those miniature submarines where you're sitting in a cockpit, you have a joystick that you're maneuvering around, something like you would see in a James Bond movie. But this is such new technology that the CEO, this dude, really invented this technology. He didn't invent it, but it's cutting edge stuff. So he hired a ragtag group of guys based on their identity to build this new technology. Now you're sitting on the floor of this carbon fiber tin can using a video game controller to maneuver this thing around. And if I was a family member of one of the people trapped in this submarine, and I heard the CEO saying he was going to hire people not based on their credentials, but based on their identity, I would be absolutely livid. I wouldn't be worried about suing people because I'd want to get my family member home. But I believe the odds of that happening are slim to none right now. Probably like a 1% chance these people are found alive. And there has been some banging noises found, some banging noises heard, so that is a good sign. But if you find them, how do you get them back? If you even locate this submarine and it's trapped 5,000 feet underwater, 4,000 feet underwater, 13,000 feet underwater, how do you get them back? You can't just go down there and send a scuba diver. You can't send Scuba Steve down there to connect to him and pull him out. You can't do that. You don't have enough wire. You don't have equipment to get a scuba diver down there. This is an insane story with an asterisk next to the storyline, because it was brought on by wokeness. This possibly could have been avoided if they hired the best employees. It's very, very sad. I wish the people involved the best. I hope they are found safe and sound and are brought back up and can live out the rest of their lives. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I love you guys. Until next time, peace.